contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the World Heavyweight
Podcast.
We're gonna make
The World Heavyweight Podcast.
great again. Nerd! Nerds!
Entering the ring at this time, your tag team champions of the podcast world, Howard Farewell. But we're just waiting for the wheels to fall off. Yes, 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 yes. Get rid of your six-sided ring array. Josh Rivera.
God does not want this podcast to happen.
You happy I brought my shovel to bury this segment?
What station is it again? Who gives a fuck?
Yabba dabba, shut the fuck up.
The World Heavyweight Podcast.
I don't care how big, how tough, or what they've accomplished. They're nerds.
Plus, if you have ovaries, prepare to lose them.
Well, welcome everyone to the World Heavyweight Podcast. Look at that. Just like that, we started.
It's play and go.
Yeah, exactly. It's not that difficult. So, anything interesting happened this last weekend?
No.
No? Nothing happened, right? There's nothing really big or important? Or nobody win anything?
They had some game on that a lot of people were talking
I heard it
about.
was a little weird in Philly for a while. Welcome to the World Heavyweight Podcast. As always, Howie Farewell, that over there.
It's Josh Rivera.
It's your two wrestling nerds. Yeah, talk some stupid shit about wrestling every week. At the WHPC on Twitter, Facebook.com/World Heavyweight Podcast, thewhpc.podbean.com, the Twitch setup that you may or may not have seen me fucking around with it earlier. I know he did, but the capture card is in.
It works.
Just a matter of figuring out a couple of things.
What was it, a TV?
I'm not really sure what the fuck that was, but like when I would set everything up in the streaming broadcaster, I finally had it set, but then it would turn the freaking TV into snow, which is not good. I need that. But when I put it to the one that you moved down here, worked perfectly fine. Like, it was really no big deal. I really have no idea why, but I think it's because that's an older TV. I'm giving it the fact that it's an older TV.
You did the pass through to the console, right?
Right. Yeah, no, I did it all right. It was working right.
That's an older, and that was probably a cheaper TV too. It was a Black Friday TV, wasn't it?
It's a decent TV. It's a Panasonic Plasma.
Ooh.
But it's an older TV at this point.
Yeah, they stopped making those.
But anyway, I personally could not possibly get enough of Philly on Fire on Sunday evening into Monday morning. I cannot get enough. If there are more videos of those fucking
They set
lunatics,
fires. They riot.
it was pretty much a riot.
They kind of rioted, and then they got their drinks. They settled down, and then they watched the Super Bowl.
Yeah, pretty much. I wanted more. There was not enough footage and police scanners or anything going on. But you know what? There's nothing that they could take away from Philadelphia. There's one thing that they can't take away from Philly anymore, and that's the word champion. Keep it classy, Philadelphia. Did you have a favorite of the Philly riots this weekend?
I didn't have a particular moment of the that I would call my favorite. I guess it was the sun rising the next day in Philadelphia.
Just garbage. It looked like nuclear fallout. You could see there was guys on, I think, the Snapchats the next morning were wonderful. They're just garbage, man. And it was just wonderful.
There were side-by-sides on the internet. One is Philadelphia. Which one's Philadelphia? Which one's the abandoned nuclear city of Pripyat?
What?
You
mean Chernobyl?
Yeah, it's one of those cities outside of
it's the one
Chernobyl.
right out
That's the most popular one out there. There are a couple, but
I
yeah,
wouldn't call it most popular.
it is. It is seriously.
The people that people
I was
still live in?
This was such a kind of a slow day for wrestling news.
Slow week.
Slow week for wrestling news. I was just spruising around, and they had infrared filtered pictures of abandoned villages, and one of them was Pripyat, outside of Chernobyl, where they got just dilapidated schools, just stuff where time kind of froze,
Right.
Because a town of 49,000 emptied in a matter of hours.
Yeah, I don't exactly blame them.
But it's been 30 years now, and the levels of fallout have fallen to the point where you could have some limited tourism.
Some.
Yeah,
but
limited, very limited.
I remember seeing one of those. I forget what it was, but they actually had somebody like driving through like as close to the outer edges as they would allow them to go near the original.
That was an old episode of Top Gear.
Oh, it was?
They had a challenge. One of the challenges was they had to drive through the outer edges of the exclusion zone where radiation is detected, and they had to get through it, but without running out of gas.
Oh, right.
And they were doing a fuel challenge, and like, oh my god, if I get stuck here, I'm gonna die. They do limited tourism, but yeah, when you're out there, you're on the clock.
Oh yeah,
you're only gonna be out there.
Geiger counter is
so long,
away.
And then it's like, all right, tour's over. Did we lose one? No. Oh, it's a good day then.
No, we got an extra.
Ah.
Wasn't there only one of you before? Science, man.
Science.
Speaking of science, we launched a fucking rocket into space yesterday.
Yeah.
There's a car floating out there right now. Fuck you, flat earthers. There you go.
That was the SpaceX program?
Yes.
Yeah.
Elon Musk figured
it out. Yeah. The private organization that launched a rocket into space and then landed the boosters. That was pretty impressive.
That was the part that blew my mind. Like, I've seen rockets and ships that go up in space before.
Yep.
With the Apollos and the shuttles and all that shit. But the fucking the booster rockets not only coming down out of the atmosphere, but then making the adjustments and landing vertically like a pen, just boop on the launch pad.
Oh, two of them I believe did, and then one of them, that other booster, was landed on a boat out in sea.
Landed on a boat.
Just a platform. It looked like just like a platform, like that boat's tow, like bigger ships tow.
Yeah.
It landed on a platform out in the middle of the ocean. And when you see the time-lapse footage, I don't think it sped up very quickly. It's just
it just dropped onto it's like it was a bottle flip from space is what happened. Just clunk, clunk, clunk with rockets. It was the amount of nerd joy in that video through the entire whole launch sequence and everything is wonderful. They're just people that have been working on these things for God knows how long they've been working on them. Years. Beyond years. And you essentially have one shot. Just one. Because if this explodes, you got to figure something else back out for another 5 years or more.
That was yet another episode of Top Gear where they built a rocket and that thing just exploded.
That's what he even said before this too, was that there's an extremely high probability that this thing might just explode.
Millions of dollars. Gone.
Just gone.
Just
in a fiery inferno.
Thanks for coming, folks. Show's over.
He said it's either going to be legendary for one of two reasons or a really expensive fireworks show. But yeah, and you know what? Congratulations.
Tickets were sold, beer was sold.
Yeah, exactly. Well, why wouldn't you? I want to see a rocket go up. Let's do this.
Woo!
Fucking congratulations, Philly. Like seriously. My statement from NXT Philly still stands. It'll still be a very long time before anybody that plays in that building,
Wells Fargo,
wins a season other title. Come on, Sixers. You're that town's only hope.
They're basketball and they're hockey.
I can't really shit on anybody either because the Rangers are in last place all of a fucking sudden. and they're getting blown the fuck. What was it? 6-2 now? Has it gotten worse?
I think it's it's like
Is it-
6-1.
is it worse?
Like 10 minutes ago. I haven't checked it.
Has it
Do I
gotten
want
back
to check
7?
it? I don't even
kinda
want
wanna
to
see
check it.
now.
Like, isn't it season?
Has it gone to 7? No, the season's not over. You can get a hot streak and get right back
Well,
in it.
well.
But they lost like 9
It's
out of
not
their
look-
last 10. They
Yeah.
fucking hot garbage.
It is
It's
not
terrible.
looking good. Like Twitter on my iPad right now, it is not looking good.
No, not at
it's
all.
frozen.
It's just non-existent. No bueno. I don't know, man. It's just stupid. But congratulations to Philly because they needed to blow off a little steam.
That they did.
like seriously, there was one dude. I think he was riding a police van on top of it most of the evening.
Yeah, 6-1.
6-1. Good lord.
Terrible.
I don't even know what the hell's wrong with that team either.
I don't know.
There's a lot of people that got hurt.
There was a story. A drunk couple stole a police horse.
I feel like something like that happens all the time, or at least that story comes up every time there's a riotous environment.
I'm sure if you scour the internet enough for for local like crime logs, you're gonna find you're gonna find like the weirdest stuff, especially if you look up like New York City's crime log. They got some weird shit.
Oh yeah, you want to see some bizarre ass shit? Take a look at the police blotter in the Daily. What was the thing on the police scanner that we finally realized? Oh hey, I think it's gonna get interesting now.
Oh, it's when they're like, oh, okay, yeah, the bar just opened. There's a few thousand on the street right now, and they just came in packs. And so how the police respond is like, well, we're gonna shut off traffic in much of downtown. So they just park these garbage trucks to block the path so vehicles can't get in there. So the
because if there were vehicles, that would have been real bad.
Oh yeah, just give them something to destroy.
It's like, let's see how many.
Yeah, that's a big fire. Where'd they get the wood?
That's what I heard on the.
It was Woodstock all over again.
That's what I heard on the scanner when I'm like, oh boy, it's about to start getting good.
Yeah, we got fire on this street.
Reporting on the fires.
We got fire on this street.
So, I did anything really interesting happen? But Matt Hardy had got his stuff back.
Got his stuff
officially. Like he has control of the broken stuff now.
Yeah. Oh, the little broken details came out that of their deal with Anthem, and yeah, they just put that to bed.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw some
like enough already.
There was one funny quote in there, something like Ed Nordholm said something along the lines of like, "Look, I got some bad business advice
from Jeff Jarrett." Wouldn't be the first time somebody said that.
Hey, he's in rehab. Cut him some slack.
There you go. Hey, I'm not saying. Look, I hope he gets better, but I mean, shit.
They made
it. Be the first time somebody said that about Jeff Jarrett.
It was exactly what I swear you said it. It's what everyone thought. Like, look, they're gonna just look at this and be like, look, there's a way we can make a deal. We could both make money out of this.
Yeah.
They Matt got all the broken copyrights, trademarks, and Anthem got a DVD to sell because that's exactly what they need. Money.
They need something. They need something that they could sell to people and say, look, we were kind of cool for a minute.
This started here.
We never figure out how to finish it, but we had some cool things happen. Right? Right?
Senor Benjamin, prepare the battlefield for massacre.
Oh, man. I have no idea where that's going, by the way.
What?
The Matt Hardy thing. I thought he was going to interrupt that one match on Raw, but I guess it didn't happen.
After the fact.
Yeah.
Twist of fate.
I guess.
Suck it, sir.
Raw was good again, though. Raw was good, though. I can't really say anything there. Raw was
Here's
good.
your television review this week. Raw was good again.
Good.
It was a solid show. Well, how do we start the show in Raw this week? That's really get everyone's a match right off the bat for another qualifying spot. It did feel like they were
Everything's moving towards the Elimination Chamber.
They really coming up with stuff to book that night. They're like, wait, let's do a triple threat. Why is there a triple threat? Oh, the winner comes out last for Elimination Chamber.
Look, I don't mind watching these matches. Give them a reason to happen. How many times have we said that doing this stupid thing? If you have a match, give it a reason. Just give it a reason. That's a great reason.
I think some of those though could have been shorter.
Sure,
absolutely. Some of those matches could have been shorter, but they were pretty. Shorter. They were pretty awesome.
They have a habit of going long on a lot of things that they shouldn't, and all the time on that show.
That Asuka Bailey match was pretty good too.
Yes, it was.
You know, the major difference was, Bailey's like, I'm not getting kicked in the head.
No,
thanks.
No. You're gonna have to tap me out, man.
That's gonna be a Sasha move where she just gets blasted in the head. Oh,
I love we still haven't heard any progression on that story though with Asuka. It's like, all right, well, who you going for? We're gonna tread water here about this thing.
Well, they're pushing that to Elimination Chamber where she's gonna have a match with Nia.
Oh, right, Nia Jax, and then if Nia wins, then she gets into the match, which is interesting. But I've seen Nia lose to Asuka a few times now.
About as interesting, it's up there with Alexa Bliss going like, Kurt, what the hell? Why do I have to defend my title? Kurt's like, well, he defended it at Royal Rumble, blah, 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 blah.
He did fire back nicely by saying, look, bitch, you haven't defended this since October. Let's be real. That's not her fault. That's them just forgetting. Like, I don't understand what they've been doing.
We need some sort of
biggest gripe.
Yeah. We need some sort of explanation about what's been going on. Yeah. The explanation is you've been dodging this. Now it's time for it. Now it's time for something to happen.
I kind of want to see her win at the Elimination Chamber, too.
Keep it going.
Who else is in the chamber right now? They announced everybody already, right?
Yeah, they announced everybody.
Everybody's already in. That's what I think they could have done. They've got enough ladies on there. Just make everything on Raw qualifiers to get into the Elimination Chamber. It solves all of your match problems.
That's what they've been doing.
It solves everything. You don't have to worry about what matches come up this week because they're already booked for you. You gotten 12 people, or excuse me, champion plus 5, so 10 people. Trying to get into the match. Or however many fucking people it is. And you split it up between the men and the women and then throw some tag matches. The show books itself, dude.
Absolutely.
It's not that hard. You'd have to do so much less work.
The biggest problem, though, is it's creeping back up again, is injuries, man.
Yeah.
Now you got the Jason Jordan storyline taking a break. Because it turns out that the Jordan injury rumors.
Did we get it official? What's the official?
He did a non-invasive neck surgery.
Okay.
To help heal a problem he has with
like a disc or something.
Yeah. But from what the word is, and his wife went on Twitter and said, told everybody like, look, it's not that big of a deal. He'll be back a lot sooner than you think.
Because the original rumors and like.
Serious nerve
strong rumors, like they were rumors, so we really don't know. But they were saying a year.
Oh yeah, if he had a
Edge Benoit level neck injury, bad.
Yeah, thankfully it's not. Thankfully the word is it's not that
for now.
It's like an inflamed disc or something. I forgot the exact terminology.
Right,
but it's just where they have to do is just a quick procedure. Oh, let it heal, and then boom, he's back.
Right. But, I mean, anything in there is sometimes it's just done as to buy you some time before you're able to have to get this other one. So I don't know whether it's one of those buy you some time sort of deals or because it's just massive speculation.
If you're anywhere involved, so far, if you're anything involved in an Angle storyline, either with Jason Jordan or the Shield, it's just everyone gets hurt.
Yeah,
Joe's hurt. Dean's hurt. Jordan's hurt.
Yeah.
Not as badly or as long as seems, but damn.
Yeah. Injuries are starting to become a real problem on this show, or in both shows in general. And it started.
It's the biggest hang-up on Raw right now.
It started bringing up that whole conversation of the off-season thing again. I mean, we've discussed it a little bit before, but it's starting to become a thing to a point where we're having to make some really tight turnarounds and some really tough pivot points because people are just going down with some fairly serious injuries. You got Finn, you had Seth, you had Jason now, Paige. Who else has been going down?
You got a lot of guys go down, but not
Dean,
everybody goes down though. Like
I know, but there's been a fair amount.
There's not going to be an off season because this is how the
That doesn't have to be a complete off season. I mean, ooh, that's a nice reverse Rana, sir.
Yeah, watch that again.
Lindsay?
Oh, yeah, no, it ain't. That's not a nice reverse Rana.
No, it wasn't. That was from 205 Live. Whoops.
Yeah, a show I have to admit I haven't had a lot of time to watch, but man,
because everything else has been really good.
Yeah,
save for
I'm getting
SmackDown's kind of
in the point where I'm getting a little rustled out here and there, but
yeah, I'm kind of feeling that now, man.
Oh, I'm already feeling the crunch, but at least there's NXT.
NXT was pretty great. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed NXT. Anytime you have a bear in the ring, I'm pretty sure the odds of your team winning go up by at least 50 to 100%. Because, god damn it, Sanity has to get like a license for him or something.
Need a handler.
He needs, yeah. If he came out like with chained up or something like that, I'd be completely understandable because you're trying to let a bear, and I'm talking about Killian Dane.
What a match on that on TV though. It stinks they had to throw the tag title match for that episode, but that 6-man tornado was awesome. I did. Speaking of having to remember, having to explain why a match is happening, we get that Riddick Moss and the Tino match against Heavy Machinery. You're like, oh my god, this again? Did this happen like a month ago?
But they did a good job and gave me a reason why that match had to happen because they cheated the last time this happened. So good, fine, we're okay with it. But I could not give less of a fuck over Heavy Machinery, dude. I just don't care. I'm sure they're nice gentlemen.
I laugh every single time they come on.
I'd rather do anything else than watch Heavy Machinery on my TV. I just don't care.
That's a team that could. That's a team that could disappear tomorrow, and you'd be like, "Oh, good."
Like, oh, sure, cool. They were here. I guess.
Yep, moving on.
Whatever. Who else is next? Oh, War Machine. Great. That's fine. Oh, yeah, we're way better. Oh, look at that. I forgot who.
Yeah.
Heavy who? What?
The best though was your reaction when he does the worm, and then you're just like, oh, I hate that move. And it's like,
hate it.
And I go to you, and I'm like,
fuck you.
No,
by
sir.
The way.
It's called the Caterpillar.
Fuck you.
Because
no, I get it.
Heavy Machinery.
I get the wordplay. Shut the fuck. Fuck you. I get it. I get it, you idiot. Ugh, it makes me sick.
Because you hate it so much. I love it.
Terrible. I hate it. I'm sure people love it, but not me. It does nothing for me.
I don't care for it. I don't care.
I just hate the worm. I'm like, and Too Cool was over as shit. I hated them. I hated every second of them. Like Rikishi, cool, whatever. Nice people.
Great, more of this dancing. I can't remember the last time I went. I tuned into wrestling for dancing.
I hated that. I hated the Funkadactyls for that shit too. Like, I'm not here for that. Like, I get the entertainment aspect of the thing, but as soon as you get that stuff in there, we start having dance-offs. And I don't need another motherfucking dance-off segment on my wrestling show.
I think there's
too many.
I think there's two things that got it right. One, the Street Profits.
Yes. Love the Street Profits.
Absolutely. The Street Profits are cool.
Fun. So much fun.
And No Way Jose. Those are the two guys those are the two characters that can dance.
Absolutely.
And it's A-okay.
Because it's not their whole everything.
It's not all everything.
It's not everything they were. There were so many times on Raw over the years. I think it was bad. And we would get 15 to 20 minute segments that were just like this.
Here's some more
dumb dance. Like, it's
here's some
Jim
more
Ross and somebody else, and they're dancing against each other. I'm like, why are we doing this?
Here's some more Great Khali dancing.
It's just, but why? Like, I don't need that. I mean, I get the entertainment part of it, but when it's been so overdone and it's been so
campy,
bad in the past that I can't. Like, it starts rearing its head, and I'm like, no. No.
Now.
No.
Stop
no.
it. Stop dancing.
No!
Stop it. Stop. Where's the remote?
No! Absolutely not, dude.
Ugh.
Didn't mean to shit on heavy machinery so much, but
Hey, you don't care for
drives me fuck the worm. That's the part that started making me go, all right, I'm leaving. Oh, this is my booze break, I guess. Huh?
I officially checked out. Hey, there's a reason why I don't like you guys. You do that shit.
I just don't like it. It's like Randy Orton sometimes, though, too. Just didn't do anything for me. I didn't hate Randy Orton, but he just didn't do anything for me. And so when I hear chink, chunk, cheek, chunk, I'm like, oh, it's time for me to go. Get the fuck out of here. What else happened? We had Braun Strowman. Elias is coming into the Elimination Chamber last.
Elias is going over left and right.
Yeah, it's kind of great.
He went over on Raw 25.
Yep.
Went over on Cena again.
Yep.
Oh, man. He's on a hot streak.
He certainly is so, sir. Excuse me.
So, sir.
And then this thing bugs me right here, too.
Wait. Why is that
Ziggler.
happening? Why is that happening?
Because Dolph Ziggler can't catch a fucking break.
Why is Dolph Ziggler wrestling Baron Corbin?
Again.
Again.
I don't know. I thought we were going to finally do something Look, it's exactly what happens every time with Dolph Ziggler. I got you heard how excited I was, right? I got back
at number 30.
I got back onto the bandwagon. I was ready to go, and then he goes, "You know what? I'm better than this." Puts the title down and leaves, and I'm like, "Oh shit. This is really interesting. I wonder what they're going to do." Time goes by. Nothing happens. Royal Rumble happens. He comes out in the Royal Rumble and then gets immediately eliminated. And I'm like, well, what are we doing here? What was the point of that?
They had a U.S. title.
We're going right back to Baron Corbin, which is a feud that he had a year ago.
A U.S. title open challenge, and he was nowhere to be seen as well.
Right. And now I'm just like, well, I guess I should have never got on this fucking bandwagon again because it didn't go anywhere again.
You feel dumb
they
for...
roped me right back in, and they kicked me in the ass.
They're like,
what the fuck
gotcha.
am I supposed to do? I'm not going to watch. I'm not going to get excited about Dolph Ziggler matches ever again.
Yeah.
I can't. Even he's back. Why is he back? I don't care. I now don't care. You brought him in at the Rumble as a big surprise, and he didn't do anything. He got eliminated is what he did. He came out, and he got eliminated.
Yep.
All right. Well, nothing you say matters anymore then, right? Like, it makes no fucking sense to me.
It's very confusing why they book him the way they do.
No fucking sense, dude.
It's like, hey, this is the guy you like, right? Yeah, now you can get behind him. Nope, can't get behind him. No one likes to get behind a loser who just constantly loses, and it's a predicament they're still having with him.
You can do it right, but the guy's got to win at some point. The guy's got to get a title at some point. Like, there's got to be a payoff. There's got to be the underdog has to lose a lot, sure. But at the end of all of that losing,
he's got to win something.
There's a big win that wraps it all the fuck up. Mick Foley won 3 titles. And they were some of the greatest moments ever. Why? Because we didn't think he was going to actually win, but he finally did.
Yep.
And if the guy doesn't finally do it, then why am I just getting back on this? Like, why am I watching this again if I already know that he's going to lose?
Why tease it?
Like, yeah. Yeah, why bother? Like,
I
why
don't know,
even
man.
give a shit, man?
I don't know, man.
It drives me fucking crazy. I don't know what they're going to even do with him. SmackDown's in a weird place right now. I have no idea what's going on that show. They have yet to develop anything in the women's division over there. Like, what's the women's story? Is there a number 1 contender?
There isn't. Literally, they got to start gearing up for Fastlane is like another month,
something.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fastlane's like another 4 weeks. That's got to start coming together soon because as of right now, it's just Charlotte picking apart Riot Squad.
Well, she didn't really pick them apart. She ended up coming away with a loss, right? Or am I crazy?
No, she won this week. She won this week. Yeah, she tapped out Liv Morgan.
It makes. The other thing that kind of gets brought up in that too was on the Discord. If you follow us on Twitter, you know how to join the live Discord whenever you want. You can talk to us live. You got brought up. Do you want adding a secondary title for the women to give them some more stories or something? I'm like, I don't. Adding more to something that doesn't already have anything doesn't change anything. You know what I mean? Like, why would we try to add? It just adds an extra belt. First off, it adds an extra belt, which we're already kind of at max belts here.
I disagree. You'd have to. The only way you disagree is if you work for WWE merchandising.
Right.
Oh, more belts the better.
More belts, yeah, sure.
But the show absolutely doesn't need more belts. It's just all about timing. Like, look, WrestleMania's coming up. They got plans in the works, and we're a couple weeks
There's
out. There's
obviously no plans, though.
It's really early to talk about Fastlane, but I'm going to talk about it. It sums up my mind right now.
Where they're going
what are they doing with Daniel Bryan and the
I'm confused.
The Daniel Bryan and Shane storyline? Like, yeah, they're again teasing even more about DB getting back in the ring, but I'm like, he's going to wrestle Shane? Like, no, I don't think anybody wants to see that match.
I don't know. That's kind of confusing because if he's not going to get in the ring, stop making like you think you're going to make him get in the ring. But is he a good guy or is he a bad guy? Because everything that he seems to be doing, he's just reacting to what's happening on the screen and playing logic GM. Like, oh, AJ punched him in the face. He should have just kept his composure and not punched Sami Zayn to cause a disqualification. So, here you go. Triple threat. But with the women thing, it's like, if you don't have stories already, what does adding another shiny object do to that? It doesn't do anything unless you have a direction for it. And right now, they barely have a direction for your only champion on the show, let alone secondary stories for that women's division, and that's a problem. Like the best thing that SmackDown seems to have going for it is the tag division, which they're also not using all the way, but they're using it. They're actually using it, and like the Bludgeon Brothers and the Usos are kind of always having this cross up.
They had an Ascension match this week.
Yeah,
I didn't think I'd see that on TV in a while.
But we're incorporating some of those teams, like Shelton and Gable. They're having some tiffs with the outside, the number one contender spot. The Bludgeon Brothers are kind of having these crossovers with the Usos every time they're in and out of the ring. They're kind of crossing paths all the time. So that's interesting. The women, it's Riot Squad comes out, pokes at the bear. Sometimes the bear catches them. Sometimes the bear don't. And that's it.
That's it.
There's nothing else. And that's terrible, considering the talent that you actually have on that show. SmackDown went from being the, oh no, I don't know what we're going to do with this women's division, to the, holy shit, the division on SmackDown is awesome, to, I guess all we have is Charlotte.
What are we doing?
And that's not true. They have a lot of talent on that roster that they're just not using. And I don't get it.
Like, this is the time where I was expecting some stories to hear. Nothing
right.
yet.
There's
zero.
There's plenty that you can do. All these ladies want the title, right? Well, let's have them do something for it. I don't know. Qualify for a number one contender. I don't even know who that is. I don't even know the list. The only thing that I know in that show for the women is the champion and Carmella. And that's it. Riot Squad's there every day, so good for them for getting on TV, but the story is, like, there's no story. That's it.
They're so focused on other things on SmackDown Live. Like, one of the things they talk about regularly on during that show is the MMC match that's coming up after the show. I'm like, guys, we'll get to that. I'm still waiting for some more show first.
Yeah. Rusev, on the other hand, is getting all of the time. I need Rusev and Rusev Day on my TV.
Every day is
Every
Rusev
single
Day.
And that's the most over the most I'm trying to say this properly. That gimmick got over so fast, so quickly, it blew my mind. Because one day we go from it's Rusev Day to an arena of people chanting Rusev Day.
Rusev Day.
If I can just get Rusev being silly, ridiculous Rusev with Rusev Day all the time, please. Just please.
You got to check the training videos where he's teaching Lana to break
Show me
boards.
that. You need to show me that. As
Lana
soon as possible.
crush!
Yes.
And he's just smiling
Yes.
like, hey, look what I did.
And follow the bouncing Rusev head could be the greatest thing I've ever seen. And the head changes each time it goes to a different verse. From like grumpy Rusev to angry Rusev to yelling Rusev. I've never seen a gimmick get over that quickly.
But what are they going to capitalize on it? Like, because he lost to Bobby.
Bobby.
Is there going to be a rematch? Are we
I
going to move on to something else?
Well, Randy Orton kind of came in and fucked everybody up at the end of it, but I don't know what the hell they're doing there. Randy Orton just came out of nowhere, started RKOing people as
that was a different match.
No, it wasn't.
No, he did that in the Shinsuke AJ what was it? The Shinsuke AJ tag match?
There was a tag match? No, that was the week before.
Oh, that was the week before.
No,
this is the problem with the show. It's starting to blend together. I can't remember anything.
And he came in during the end of the U.S. title match.
Oh,
he?
that's right. Yeah. And then there was a
RKO'd
finish.
Rusev.
I'm pretty sure there was a finish.
He hit the DDT and got the win.
He got the win, and then next thing you know,
Randy Orton just
RKO's
RKO'ing
out of nowhere.
everybody.
Okay, yeah. Do you know how I remember this? Because Rusev spikes himself when he takes RKO.
He's the best.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I remember it by.
It's kind of like a stunner.
Exactly.
And he's the best he could be the best person at selling stunners.
I gotta go back to WrestleMania we went to when Steve fucking tore his muscle punching Rusev. he nearly tore his bicep off the bone, man. It was
How the fuck
bad.
do you do that?
Because he got hurt training, and then when he went and did that, he had a little too much mustard on his punches, and it tore the muscle. So he
Way to go, stupid.
So he fucked up his own arm throwing punches at him. They gave him the stunner, but Rusev's amazing at taking a stunner. Exactly. Yeah, I think he might have busted his nose open or something like that too. To which he responded on Twitter like, I hate Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'll never listen to his podcast again.
It's that's the Rusev I want. I just want Rusev to be Rusev, be as fucking ridiculous as you can, and yeah, please.
I mean, that's one of the reasons why I had to check out MMC now is because of that, because the Rusev Day match is coming up soon, and
that's this week, right?
I believe that's next week.
Yeah, this coming week.
This coming week. When you listen to this episode,
when you listen
coming
to this
up to
episode,
that,
it's the next episode.
You're gonna want to check that one out. I mean, it's one match, so it's only like 20-some minutes, maybe, with all the production, and it's
New Japan this weekend.
Pretty awesome. We got New Japan this week too.
Yeah, I think Osaka is on Saturday.
Oh yeah,
New beginning.
You have to check that out.
I just was thinking about it as you were talking about that because we're talking about things coming up this next week. I am fairly certain that the final of the New Beginning shows are going to be on Saturday evening.
Gotta start watching more of that. Maybe some ROH.
Maybe. I don't know. But
if they're not going to do anything with stories on WWE, with the exception of Raw, which has been pretty fun,
right? They're running Road to New Beginning right now, so this is what they do. You pretty much with New Japan, you watch the week, and at the end of the week or so, you get a big show. And all those little tag matches and stuff lead into it, and then you can go away for a little while because right after this, they're going to New Japan Cup. And then you can kind of just pay attention to when tournament matches are. See what happens there.
Hell, next month they'll be in the U.S., I think, right?
Yeah. I forget what the Strong Style Evolved. That's the show, right?
Yeah, I think it's like a Long Beach show or some shit. Yeah, yes, Access is going to stream that thing.
Yes,
live.
They should. As well they should. As well they should.
As well, they should.
So I think the big match on New Beginning is the heavyweight title is on the line. Sonata is finally going to take on Okada. I want to say a tag title's on the line, but I could be really wrong. I think the junior title's on the line for the singles, and I want to say that somebody challenged Suzuki for the IC title, but I don't know when that. Makabe challenged Suzuki for the IC title.
Should be a bloodbath.
I don't know that that's going to be scheduled, but I know that that's going to happen at some point. And we have to see if the Bullet Club's okay. I hear they're fine.
Everything's good.
They're fine, right? Bullet Club's fine?
Everything's
fine.
I don't know, man. Once Cody saw the Bucks kind of walk away from Kenny, it's just like, so
I was open.
Blood in the water.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's going to be really interesting.
I feel like he's getting too big for BC. Kenny, it's getting.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's definitely coming up in that time where they're like, all right, I think we need to
just make you as singles on your own guy.
Yeah, I think you need to move. I think you need to sail into the sunset, buddy.
With Ibushi for a while, which I wouldn't necessarily hate.
If I remember commentary correctly, that's like a tag duo
for a long time
that fans have wanted to see for years.
Since DDT. Since DDT. Since that's how they started in Japan. They were called. I think they were actually called the Golden Lovers. It's weird. They're fucking weird, dude, and it's great. But they've got a really big history, and this is what I was saying even to our friend Dan when AJ was against Ibushi for the heavyweight title match way back when. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
This is like 3 or 4 years ago now. But Ibushi was going to go for one of his big moves off the top rope, and Kenny jumps up onto the rope, acting like he's going to stop him, but he doesn't really stop him. He just kind of gives him the dead stare.
Little distraction.
It was like he doesn't say anything, but in everything he's like, "Don't make me do this.
Didn't make me do this,
like,
bro.
I have to do this because that's our guy, but don't make me do this because I don't want to be I don't want to be the one that costs you a title unless you're fighting me for the title. Don't make me do this."
Hey, look, it's your favorite team.
Yuck. Not a fan.
All right, so we got to definitely check out some New Beginnings.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Yeah. We watched just about every big show. I don't think we even last year. We watched just about all of them, right? Like, I mean, the big pay-per-view style shows, and we're not watching, the daily fucking New Japan show.
Nah, the Big Four plus Dantaku was pretty cool, and
anytime
Kings
there's a big
of Pro
one,
Wrestling,
because that's how you keep up with New Japan. It's not like with Ring of Honor where you can go to their website and go, "Oh, let me get the weekly 1-hour show." They don't have that. It's, if you've heard this show before, it's the lead up to the big show, and then the big show, and then they take some time off. They'll do some house shows. They'll do other branded stuff, like they'll push the CMLL. Or they'll do, some...
I think they're doing Australia next month.
That wouldn't surprise me. And then they're going to lead into New Japan Cup, which is a tournament, which all you have to do to pay attention to anything on that is watch the tournament matches. Ta-da! And then we're getting really close to G1 season. It's right. Oh, we're already getting real close to like the big stuff happening in New Japan again. It's going to be great. What else happened on Raw this week? We got Braun just tears everything up, which is great, even though he lost. But yeah, you were talking about the Elias push. Who saw that coming? Who saw Elias getting this?
WWE stands for Walk with Elias.
Elias was a boo magnet for a long time in NXT. I was not aware that he was going to be this crazy.
If we didn't think the hatred that he got from NXT crowd would be able to be translated into the love the audience has from now.
There's a hate there too.
They love to boo him.
Yeah.
It is
when Elias comes
so
on screen,
fun to boo him.
Do the whole gimmick stuff that he does, but boo him. Boo him mercilessly.
Boo.
You're supposed to. Like that. It felt so good to boo him when we were doing some of those NXT live shows, because there was a time in there where he didn't say anything, and anytime he attempted to, he's like, "I'm boo."
Hey, I'm not gonna finish. I'm not gonna finish my song. If you guys would just play. If you keep it up, I'm not gonna.
Say this louder.
If you keep it up, I'm not gonna play anymore.
Thank you.
Bow. So good.
And then somebody like Shinsuke or Sami Zayn would come out, and the crowd would lose their fucking minds. It's great.
Yay.
I never thought he would be this over in this company right now, though.
Talking
Not on
crazy,
this
man.
show. Now to the point where he's going to be in the Elimination Chamber last. He very well could see this guy. Like, I don't think he's going to win. He's not winning the Elimination Chamber. Is the Elimination full yet, or do we still have matches to take care of?
I'm pretty sure that thing is full.
Well, who's in it then?
So we got Elias, we got Cena, we got Braun,
Mm-hmm.
we got
Roman.
Roman
Reigns.
Reigns.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's that shit.
6. You should be prepared for this, says the guy who at the start of Go goes, I don't know what we're talking about.
No, I never know what we're talking about.
So it's so there is one
Nope.
more spot left. It is Braun, Elias, Cena, Reigns, and The Miz.
Right.
And
That's
one
the
more
last one?
one more to be announced.
There's not even pairs announced for that yet?
Pairs?
Like the qualifier.
No, this is the
Okay.
this is the card.
I was wondering if we knew who the qualifiers were for yet. All right, that's all.
Because they also did a second chance qualifier
Oh,
for the was that for the last spot?
That's going to be for the last spot. the
Oh,
last
okay,
chance
that's
qualifier.
why.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
So,
gonna be
yeah,
next
that's
week
gonna be next week. Sure.
with Finn
It's going to be interesting.
and Bray. I think
It's probably going to be Roman Reigns.
no, Roman's already in.
No, I'm saying that wins the
Wins
Elimination
the
Chamber.
eliminate. Yeah,
Prepare yourselves,
Really,
folks.
yeah.
Prepare yourselves.
yeah. Like you guys prepared yourself mentally for Roman Reigns winning the Royal Rumble. Do that again.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Just
'cause he
just
didn't
get that
win the
mental
Rumble.
because he didn't win the Rumble. I mean, he was down to the last two. that
If
shit was
he
crazy.
doesn't win Elimination Chamber, where the fuck do you put him on the WrestleMania card?
Good question.
And if he wins Elimination Chamber, does he beat Brock Lesnar at Mania?
I don't know, nor do I care. Really.
Well, you should. I'm just
I don't-
positing the question.
I'm gonna-
It's an interesting question.
And I'm afraid I have to tell you, I don't care because as far as I'm concerned, the world title is in good hands.
No, it's fine. But I'm just curious. You know,
I
people
care
listen to
more-
this for a reason.
I
and
care
it's
more
stupid
about-
shit like that.
I care more about AJ Styles transferring the weight of the company onto Shinsuke's back, and then a solid
wasn't asking
6 to
that
8
question.
to a year long run, and it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, 68
It's gonna
years.
6. I was gonna say 6 to 8 months. And I'm like, no, full calendar year run
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah,
for the title.
I would love it.
That would be
I
awesome.
would love it if they decide to book it at all. But no, I mean, but
Said they
seriously
did.
though, like if it's Roman Brock at Mania, does Brock keep it still and just say fuck you guys, I'm keeping this forever? Or does Roman actually? I mean, he did.
I'd rather Roman lose.
Yeah, a lot of us
I'd rather
would.
he just lose and Rock goes, ha 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 ha.
Or
I'm
do
off
they-
to the bank.
Or do they get fancy with us and get us Finn in the Elimination Chamber on the last chance, and then win the Elimination Chamber to fight Brock?
That would be the match that everyone wants to see. Like at this point, like let's be honest, the hardcore fan does not want to see Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar again.
Right.
No, we don't want to see that again. We'd rather see Finn Balor, a baby face we want to cheer for.
Who's owed a title shot still.
I never saw that. I never saw a title rematch.
Still never got a rematch.
It's been since when?
Been since SummerSlam
2016. Ah, rough.
He has not gotten his rematch yet. He's had it against Seth, but never for the title. Do you see any wild cards coming out and winning the Elimination Chamber besides like your Finn Balor or no? I mean, it's still early. We got a couple of weeks to go. Braun Strowman should fucking tear that building apart.
I'm afraid he might flip over the elimination chamber.
We should.
Like,
terrified.
if it looks anything like it did last year, like, because it's gonna be in Vegas, I think again. Yeah,
they're not gonna build the
with
whole thing and not use it again.
Because that newer one is it's definitely
Thunderdome.
made for TV. It definitely looks like it looked like it was made for a TV set, like Thunderdome. So I could definitely see Braun tearing that thing apart.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It'd be hilarious.
Lift it and flip it on its side.
Flip it on its side.
Look, the other with all the shit that he's doing, I wouldn't be surprised if he just busts out of his pod and fucks everybody up.
Tears apart the pod.
Yeah.
Rips a giant hole in the chamber.
Why not? He's Braun Strowman. He can do anything, right?
Everyone's gonna get these hands.
Yes, they should. They should. I want Braun Strowman to win the title at WrestleMania.
Why not?
Like,
as
he shouted,
very
loudly at the Beast as he was walking away, "You never pinned me. You never beat me." And no one in that fucking match should be able to beat him unless they all kick the shit out of him at the same time and somebody steals the win from him. Which is the only way Braun Strowman's losing, is other people are stealing the wins from him. Or they're like, Kane attacks him and gets him out of the ring and then eats the fucking F5. Shit like that. That's the only way that dude's losing, is other people are screwing him over. And everybody's like, no, I want to see him break stuff.
I just want the champ to walk in the building and everyone just throw their fists in the air and yell, "Braun!" What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Pull the trigger on it, goddammit. Make it happen.
Who has the tag titles on Raw again?
The Bar.
Right. Did they
still have the tag titles because Jason Jordan disqualified the Shield.
The Shield.
See that's a good thing though, is that they're still using him for this angle. Hopefully that means that his injury is very minor. He had some minor surgery and that's going to heal up in no time because he can't have the kayfabe news article. Jason Jordan out an injury. Braun Strowman revealed to be his new son, or Angle's new son. Like,
what was the other thing that I was just thinking about? Shit, I just lost it. The not the women's division. Was it the women's division? Shit. Oh, speaking of injuries, Paige. We still don't know whether hers is real legit or not because we haven't seen her in a few weeks. But I'm assuming that's still not good.
Yeah.
But going on to weird pairings and stuff like that, I want to see Rose Gold all the time.
Good, you bought into it.
As soon as I saw the fact that they were getting paired together, I'm like, yeah, why wasn't this the idea to have her come in right from the get-go?
And even more than that was after the match they had like one or two interviews where the tease like, no, maybe one day we could work again. I'm like, no, come on,
like just do that.
Just keep this together. Because what was it last year's SummerSlam? There was that cool promo of Goldust teasing teasing a new star.
Thing? Yeah. Let's just be her.
Exactly.
And then build who was the one that was with him for a long time, but she never really wrestled though.
His ex-wife Terry.
Right. But I mean, there's that dynamic to things.
Exactly.
There, but now you have somebody that can actually wrestle.
Yes.
Like a wrestler is with that pairing, and that could be really great. And you can build her as this weird exotic gold dust theme.
She's that hot chick that could whip your ass, and
right.
And then she's got that little bit of mystique with her, and having gold dust present that and make a bit out of it would be awesome.
He's weird and does all the movie star extravagant things, and it gives her the air of being the new thing, the new
This
star.
is great footage. This is great.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
Right, and have him be like this bizarre director the entire time. She starts coming out in robes and maybe it can go. There's a lot you can do here, and the fact that they haven't thought of it already. Crazy.
Let's just break up Absolution right now.
Yeah, please.
Have Mandy go solo.
That's fine.
Because why not? There's a lot. It's a lot of fun. It's too bad they're out of the mixed match challenge. You can't see more of that. But you never know. Hopefully,
I don't
get
see
some
why
more.
not. You could just have her come out with Goldust all the time instead.
Why not?
Like they've turned things that quickly before, and then have Sonya Deville act as Paige's badass, and let just Paige be her manager that way. Just do something. You have a lot of options, and the really creative one is Mandy Rose and Goldust. That should be a no fucking brainer. Like the look of it alone, it's like, oh yeah, why on earth haven't we thought about this before? Let's just do that. Ugh.
It works. And when it works, it just works.
Do it.
Do it. Go for it.
And I just I want to talk more about SmackDown, but it's kind of just been It's kind of gone back to the way it used to be, where SmackDown's just an afterthought sometimes. I mean, we got to pay attention.
Could you tell me what was the point again of the Superstar Top 10 list?
It's supposed to be this thing that it's a kayfabe list that they're using.
Yeah.
Of the locker room votes on their top 10 superstars.
And what did the winner get again?
It's like a power ranking.
A power ranking. What did the winner get? What did the winner get?
No, if the higher you are on the list, gives you the potential for management to look at it and say, oh, well, then they obviously deserve an opportunity because you are number whatever on this week's top 10 list. It's WWE power rankings for SmackDown, but it's a little convoluted right now. They could probably do it a little better, and they should take champions off the list, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Because when you have the champions on the list, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
Daniel, I need an opportunity as your champion to smash the shit out of someone else who works here.
Right.
And on front of TV, in front of millions of people, too.
It's a good effort in the idea, because I think it's them trying to make it real, like football and real sports that have, power rankings and your standings come out every week, and then it's like, oh well, or the UFC, if he's the number one light heavyweight, well then he should get the next championship match when that champion is ready to defend the title. But if this guy's number 3 or 4, unless that number 1 has already had some beef or something like that,
it's like they're trying every way possible to just avoid using wins and losses.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And it's just like, come on, just
do it.
You could go by some wins and losses. It gives me more of a reason to care, though.
Right. But I like the effort. It just needs to be tweaked.
Yeah.
Like you got to take champions off the list.
SmackDown Live is the land of tweaking. they're just trying all kinds of little shit here and there. Locked. They stole it from us, man.
They're stealing all of our gimmicks.
Stole it from us.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
They're stealing all of our gimmicks.
We got to put our gimmicks on lock because apparently
start trademarking.
Everyone started again. First the tag team champions. What next?
But I like the idea of the top 10. I would take the champions off because if you're using it to see who can get opportunities and things like that, well, the champions should be number 1, number 2, number 3 all the time. On the very rare occasion that they're not, like, it's silly.
Yeah, who else is on the list here?
It's Charlotte, the Usos, New Day, Ty Dillinger, Kevin Owens, Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles.
Yeah,
Becky Lynch is on it.
She's at like number 9.
Yeah.
I think you need you take that list and fucking flip it.
Well, split it into men and women. You should have a top
split
10
it
for both for all divisions. If you're gonna do it, you got to do it all the way. It's like your rankings in my universe. It's like your fantasy rankings. It's like
don't half-ass
sports. You do it. You got a tag team division, right? Do you have 10 for that? No, make it 5. There's your tag teams. The women, how many you got? 10. Boom. There's your 10. Take away the titles. Take away the titles for the men too. You gotta. Because it makes no sense and it makes it more difficult and convoluted to work around when you add those people in there. Of course they're the best. They have the title. They don't need to be on this list.
They're on the goddamn poster already.
Yeah. You know how I know they're number 1? They're walking around with a really shiny big belt.
Their paychecks are bigger than mine.
Exactly.
I think I need some opportunity up in
They
here.
have a weapon that they can carry around that's glittery. I think I know who the winner here is. I do like the idea. I think they've never done anything like that really before. So they'll hopefully figure it out. Hopefully. I'm losing some
everything.
faith in SmackDown though. Lately.
They're trying a little bit of everything. I'm telling you now. I know you knocked it the first time, but the Shinsuke entrance with the with the letters across the screen in the pose needs to be more transparent. And instead of saying Rockstar, it should say Shinsuke Nakamura and just like long letters.
Just Nakamura.
I mean, they got the time down right. About 3 seconds and it's gone.
Yeah. I mean, they're just doing a lot of everything.
There's no such thing as too much, especially when it comes to that. Look,
is.
his original. I think I made this point last week. Like his original entrance had the Grindhouse film theme on it, which was really cool. They took that away and just did straight to
Caesar.
Straight to the strobe light, straight to Caesar strobe. So to give anything that gives a little bit back is a positive, and it's like 3 seconds top.
Yeah,
it's bep and it's gone. Deal with it.
I am. I'm usually selling tacos during the SmackDown time, right?
Literally, you're the taco man.
Yeah. Come by the restaurant. Taco Tuesday. It's great. It's wonderful. I had like 9 tacos the other night.
God.
No, not that many. I might have had like 6 or 7, but yeah, they're good tacos, man. Get some chicken tacos. Put some of that Georgia hot sauce on there, which I think I finished. Like there, because it's one of the ones because Paul's obsessed with hot shit, so he has some of them that are there's I'd say a good 6 to 10 hot sauces on there that I'm just like, nope, not gonna bother.
Nope.
Oh, what's the warning on that one? Can clear driveway grease stains. Yeah, I'm not putting that.
Nah, no thanks.
Not gonna do that.
That label's not even in English. I don't think I should risk that one there.
It's just something in Japanese that says with a butt that's on fire.
Warning. Flaming butt, toilet.
Have you got anything else? I think that's pretty much
Did we
we
didn't talk about Supercard news.
Right.
The WrestleMania
that's
the Ring of Honor WrestleMania show that will be coming up in 2 months. So far, the list of guys signed to show up: the world champion Dalton Castle,
that's correct.
The American Nightmare Cody,
Correct.
Cody ain't got no roads. The Young Bucks, the Cleaner Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi, Tanahashi, and many more to be announced.
The problem with that is that it's the exact same time as NXT.
Yeah, it's on the same exact day.
Yeah,
are you freaking kidding me?
No, they did it again.
Because Cody has a match with Kenny.
Yeah,
and that's going to close out the show.
Yeah,
and it's the same night as Takeover.
It certainly is, sir.
Oh man,
because they're doing, I forget what it was, but this most recent WrestleMania, they did it perfectly, where they had Supercard was Friday, NXT was Saturday, Mania was Sunday.
Yeah, because Friday's Hall of Fame.
Right.
So if you want to see a wrestling show,
issue with that the year before,
yeah,
where they had Hall of Fame on Saturday, and then they did NXT Friday, and then fans are like, "Well, we can't see everything now."
Yeah, because they had Ring of Honor and NXT on the same night. That's
right.
Yeah, that sucked. Hey, you had to make a decision, and the easy one was who isn't sold out.
Right? Yeah, pretty much. And that's going to be a tough decision to make for a lot of people. Is do I watch NXT or do I watch Supercard of Honor? Because they're both going to be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
They're both going to be pretty bananas at Mania for either one of the shows, considering the talent level that's been coming on with both of them. We're getting the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic again. That's been confirmed. Like, they announced that somewhere along the way. I have stayed so far away from the NXT spoilers. So
because all the hype was like, oh my god, you can't wait to see what's coming up. And
watch. I'm just gonna watch the TV.
I'll see what happens.
Yeah,
I'll see what happens.
I have no idea what happens on NXT, except for the fact that I know the Dusty Classic is coming back. Which, thank God, because we were kind of bitching about that a couple of months ago. I'm like, hey, what happened to this great thing? I thought we were doing this every year. So that's coming back, and I think that is the finals are going to be at WrestleMania weekend as well. So we're getting that. We're probably getting a title match again, which I don't understand why Almas is well, I think Gargano may have taken off a little bit more than he could chew this time.
Give me one more shot of that title, or I'm out of this. I'm off of this roster.
No.
And you got Candice going like, wait, whoa, honey, we just signed a mortgage.
Wait, we haven't even unpacked yet.
Yeah, there's still boxes. What are you doing now? And he goes, oh no, oh god, I just made a mistake.
I only just signed here a week ago, honey.
I just put the house up. We gotta win this now.
Well, that's the thing. That's like you assume then that he's gonna win the title, because I don't see him. They're not gonna bring him up right after Mania? Do you think he comes up to the main roster?
I would not be surprised. I could tell you he's ready.
Well, yeah, I feel like he's got a lot more time in NXT though. I know he's ready, but I mean, if he gets brought up to the main roster,
I was saying to you last week, like, you know, I think is ready to go, and that is Roderick Strong. He would be ready to go for NXT champion. And then what was announced this week? And it just happened.
Yeah, 205 Live.
Roddy versus Tommy on 205 Live. Hell, I think.
Well, because I think they just needed people to fill in on that one. But I think Roderick Strong has been good to go for the last 6 years. Like you can literally put Roderick Strong in just about any position, and he will succeed. He's too good. He's too good. Name me a bad Roderick Strong match.
There isn't one.
There isn't one. It really doesn't exist.
Just about every match he's in is awesome.
Yeah.
The Philly show we were at a couple weeks ago, where he won number one contender for the UK title. That's next week too on NXT TV. I'm gonna stay spoiler free for that. I have a feeling Pete Dunne is not losing.
Right.
But it's gonna be an awesome match.
Oh, for sure.
Awesome match. I'm so excited. I'm glad we could still get very excited for NXT when WWE is just kind of lackluster in some areas.
Yeah, and it's weird because you think I don't know. I just don't know what's happening on SmackDown. Like, I don't know. Well, I feel like I keep saying the same thing, but yeah, Supercard of Honor is going to be the same night as NXT, which I don't know why that happened again this year, but that's what's happening. I guess they could only get whatever building for Saturday instead of Friday. I don't know. I just kind of want to get out for spring break.
Gotta get out of here, dude. This weather's...
No, I mean for Joey Janela's spring break.
Oh, yeah, for spring break. Shit, and that's going to be probably Saturday night, I think, at like around midnight. Stay up
late, folks.
Stay up late, kids. Get some food, pop some energy drinks, and you're going to want to see that show as it happens. I'm gonna. We want to live tweet that one. That's going to be fun.
The rumors are very strong that next year will be hometown WrestleMania for us. We're going to spring break if they do it. If Joey Janela's spring break happens, I'm getting board shorts, I'm getting flip-flops, I'm getting goofy sunglasses, towels, beach balls, pastel-colored polo shirt, whatever, Hawaiian shirt. I'll do it all. And we go in as a group. Everybody should do this. If you're going to Joey Janela's spring break, dress up like you're going to the beach.
You're going to the freaking beach, man.
Yes.
Just go all in on it.
And it will make everything better. It just will. It'll bring your own sand. Maybe don't bring your own sand. But
don't bring your own sand.
But you get the idea.
Yeah.
Maybe see if they'll bring sand.
I'm pulling up the tickets right now. There's tickets available, but I have no idea what the card's gonna be.
No, it's gonna be a fucking mess. It's gonna be hilarious.
It's gonna be retarded.
The Invisible Man might show up again.
God, I hope so.
That's what I mean. Like, it's that kind of show. It's the ultimate. All right, we're blowing off all of the steam that we possibly could and being absolutely ludicrous in a wrestling ring. Let's do it. Let's go.
Hold on real quick before you go. Look at the event calendar. Game Changer Wrestling's Matt Riddle's Bloodsport.
Are they just going to recreate the battle scenes from Bloodsport?
I don't know. That's a show they're selling on Thursday night. Victories by knockout or submission only.
What happens when GCW and Matt Riddle team up to bring you an event where pro wrestling and MMA's baddest and best collide? What happens when you strip away the rules of professional wrestling, take away the pinfalls, and every match must end with a knockout or a submission?
Join us.
Yeah, sign me up. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Oh, I definitely got to try to see that one.
It's pretty much an MMA match at that point. Cool. I'm glad Riddle's figuring this shit out, man.
What is UFHW, whatever rules, I think it was.
Oh, I don't fucking know, dude. Either way, it should be fun. This is what I love about WrestleMania weekend, whatever, is that you can spend the same amount of money on like 2 WrestleMania tickets and see 11 different shows.
A bunch of shows.
At least 11 different shows, probably. Because what? Like, if you bought all the WrestleCon package for the general admission last year, it's about $125.
I think it was, yeah.
That's it. $125, one person. You get every show that's happened in that building. Cool. Sign me up. You mean I'm going to see a kaiju show, Spring Break, Evolve, Shimmer, a combination of the two, Matt Riddle punching some dude in the face really hard to where he bleeds, and maybe some other dude getting knocked out? Yeah. Sounds good to me. Let's do this.
I think there's 2 Progress shows this year.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be nuts.
Sign me the fuck up. Let's do it.
Yeah, I got to get... I really hope we get that WrestleMania next year.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Because that's exactly what that weekend's be playing about.
Start going into the parking lot with this fucking setup and start doing podcasts live.
Exactly.
Come over to the house.
Start tailgating.
Rant with Ant, New Age Insider guys, party at the house. Let's fucking do it. You don't need to. We'll rent out the whole place. Everybody parties. We'll have a match in the backyard if we really need to. It'll just be a wall-to-wall mayhem. Let's fucking go.
We'll set up an impromptu ring.
Ready to go. Let's do it.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, let's go. And on that note, at the WHPC on Twitter, Facebook.com/World Heavyweight Podcast, thewhpc.podbean.com, wherever you find podcasts. That's where we are. The best way to help out the show, leave us a really nice review and tell all of your friends, because if you got something that's, you're listening to, paying attention to every week, why wouldn't you let some of the other people that you know
keep
about it?
Don't keep that
keep it
secret.
to yourself.
Share it.
Yeah.
Share it to the world.
Exactly. If you enjoy it, give us a 5-star review. Retweet it when they go out. Hit the like button. I'd say subscribe on YouTube and hit all those. Here's another video you can watch. But we don't really do that. At least not yet.
Not yet, at least.
Twitch.tv/WHPC.
We got
soon.
We got the new hardware.
I got hardware. We can do this. We have the technology. Now we just need some lights and maybe a little bit of a green screen.
And in no time, you'll see Howard screaming at the TV playing Call of Duty World War II. Are you freaking kidding me?
God damn it. Anyway, I'm Howie Farrell. That over there.
That's Josh Rivera.
We'll see you guys next week.
Good night, folks.
Stadler? What?
Is that it?
Yes, it's over. How'd you like it?
I don't know. I slept through the whole thing.
Well, you didn't miss much.